tracking and measuring results is going to be a non-negotiable through your time trying to achieve your goals. The reason measuring results is so important is because you need to know when to course correct when things don't go to plan. And you simply can't do that without measuring. I want to say it's a business management quote. I don't know who exactly said it, but the quote is, what can be measured can be managed. But the inverse is also true. What's not measured can't be managed. Your weight is something that you need to be measuring in order to manage it. And a lot of people get stressed out with their weight and tracking their weight because they don't like the number that they see on the scale. It mentally affects them. Good. In my opinion, good. If your weight is not something you would like it to be, and that stresses you out, good, that means you care. That means you care about how healthy you are because you know your weight is associated with your health. Your health should stress you out if it's not in a good place. If it's in a good place, it should make you happy. But if it's stressing you out, you know there's change that needs to be made, and part of the motivation to change it is knowing where you're currently at. On top of that, the team here is going to be checking in with you every single day. Whether it's me or somebody else is going to be checking in with you all the time, every single day. And if we don't see what you're putting in terms of calories into your body, and we can't see what your weight is, we have no idea what to fix. So we need those things. We need to know what your weight is every single day, and we need to know how many calories you're eating every single day. Because those two things, as I said in the beginning of this series and in the beginning of this audio, those two things are directly correlated. We know that when you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight because you have to get that energy from somewhere. It's going to come from the fat cells on your body that you want to lose. And if we don't know what calories you're intaking, then we don't know what to adjust. Here's an anecdotal example. I had a client tell me, I gave them initial calorie prescription in the beginning of their time here at Galaxy Fit Lab. And towards the end of their initial 6 weeks when we were doing the daily accountability, they told me that they thought that they were eating at 950 calories and they weren't losing weight. So, their body is just different. They're going through menopause and, that changes things. And I was like, well, I have no idea if you've been eating 950 calories because this individual did not track once. Now they did on a couple of occasions send me some food that they were eating, and one of them was pasta and another one was pizza, and there were some other things in there as well. And I'm not really sure why they were sending me those pictures. I hope that they were making other good choices besides those. But they had sent me these pictures, and I tell them, I'm like, well, I'm not sure you're eating as few calories as you think. And also the reason you're probably hungry is because you're eating this high carb diet, at least based on the few pictures that you've sent me. But I really have no idea how many calories you're eating. And neither do you. And we also don't even know if the number that I originally gave you, let's just throw out a number, let's say it was 1,000 calories, if 1,000 calories is even the right number for you. Because I'm making a guess in the beginning as to what your calorie level should be. But that number is subject to change based on the results. And we need to figure that out as quick as possible so we can make as good of results as possible. So within the first week, we need to have a better idea of what the calorie level should be. Let's say you're eating 1,000 calories and you're not losing weight. Okay, we're going to drop it to 800. And because that's what we're finding out based on your activity levels, which we don't know to be exact, and your BMR, which we can get a pretty good idea of, but nothing perfect. Those two things were different than we originally thought. And now 800 calories is really the right number for you. And originally we thought it was 1,000. So measuring these results allows us to manage your intake and to manage your weight, and for you to know whether or not you're making progress. And then we know what buttons to push, what levers to turn on and off in order to make the changes that you need to continue to see success. So measuring your weight, measuring your calories, those are non-negotiable. The people that do those things are by far the most successful. It's not close. And it only takes a couple minutes a day. I mean, once you have a good system down, the longest thing is going to be the calories. But once you have a good system down, it does not take that long to count calories every single day. I mean, that's a 2 to 3 minute task. And then obviously jumping on the scale, that's 15 seconds. So I don't care how busy you are. I know you can do these things. Obviously, the first couple weeks, there's going to be some growing pains with trying to figure out that system. But once you're through that first week to 2 weeks, you're going to be able to click real quick on the app to track your calories and get it done pretty quick. So everybody can do it. It's a non-negotiable. And in order to have the most amount of success, that's what you need to do. And in order for us to be able to do our job and me to be able to do my job to help you as best as I can, I need to see what those numbers are, because if I don't, I can't make the adjustments to your plan necessary to be tailored specifically to you. Otherwise, I'm just giving some broad generalization that's not going to help you in particular.